On this channel, one of our goals is turning waste into wares. What if I told you that this was one of my white baseball hats? But yes, I transformed it from what it used to look like to now looking like this. In today's video, I'll be showing you in simple steps how to make this baseball hat without using patterns. You don't need patterns for this one. It is very easy. As you can see, I actually have two of it now. These were my old baseball hats that I transformed from just being normal, plain, basic baseball hats to African themed baseball hats. It's a very simple tutorial, and like I said, you do not need any pattern for this. Let's get right into it. So first and foremost, you get your baseball hat, right? It might be an old one or a new one. For this particular tutorial, I use one of my old baseball hats. But this second one I'm going to be revamping for a client. It's a new one. I got them from a shop that sells t-shirts and the rest of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm starting off with loosening the baseball hat. First, I remove this top part, right? So that it will give me access to the cap itself. I'm going to loosen that, remove the pin, then go ahead and just loosen the cap entirely. What did I tell you about waste? I told you that we can always turn waste into wearable fashion. So these were some leftovers I used when I did a bag, right? I did some bags and these were some leftovers I had. So I'm going to be combining this, for me to get what I want. When that is figured out, the next thing I want to do is I'll take the base of the heart, the base part of the cap, right? That's the flap, the front part. I'll place it on my denim on folds. This is on folds. Then I'm going to draw a line. SS, like it's going to be SS line, so that I can cut this out. When I cut it out like this, the next thing I'm going to do is to now face the both of them together with the right side facing each other. Like I'm going to turn this over and turn it over like this with it facing each other. Then I'm going to place that on this again and draw. This time around, I'm going to be drawing exactly where the flap is, like where the frame is. I'm going to be trying to get the exact line where this begins and where it ends. So it's going to be looking like this, right? Now I'll take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to be joining this together or sewing the denim together, right? So I'm going to sew this quickly and then come back to us. Now I'm going to turn it over, right? I'll turn it over to the right side so that I can infuse the frame into it. Remember, I'm using the same frame. I'm not cutting any new pattern. I'm using the already existing one. So I'm going to infuse that into this and then I can easily close. I will infuse this and ensure that it is properly balanced, it's placed properly. Another way to make this work is for me to go ahead to top stitch it, right? When I successfully put this into the denim, I'm going to go ahead and just top stitch the edge so that it stays in place. When that is done, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and stitch the down part, right? I've successfully put the frame into it, into the denim. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this part. You know that line I drew before? It's coming in handy now. So I'm going to just go ahead and stitch this and then I'm going to cut it out. When I'm done stitching and cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to also do is to ensure that I use my scissors to leave some we call it notches, right? I'm going to notch the fabric a little so that it's flexible. It can easily turn or it's flexible to sew. Next, we'll move on to the front part of the cap, right? Where I want to put my Ankara. I went on to cut it into two so that I allow flexibility. Then I'll also cut the fabric I want to use. Sew the fabric on it before I join it back, right? This is what I mean. I'll go ahead and sew the fabric, right? Sew the fabric on top like this to cover that white underneath. I'll go ahead and put it like this, sew on it for me to be able to, join it together. So now this is me joining it together, and when I'm done, the next important thing I want to do is to use bias, right? But in this case, I use fabric. I'll use bias to close, to hide the inside so that it's not looking rough. This is what I mean, right? I'll take a piece of fabric, place it at the back here, and you know how you use bias now. If you sew, if you already know how to sew, I'm sure this will be clear to you. I'll go ahead and just use bias like this, or fabric, and just cover that place. Then fold the other parts in properly, and also top stitch it so that and I'll top stitch on the front so that it looks really neat. I don't want the lines to be looking like they are zigzag, so I'll top stitch on the front so that it's looking really neat. When this is done, I'll just remove my pins that I used to hold it down, and yeah, that part is ready. Then the next thing I'll be doing after top stitching this part is to sew the other parts of the what's it called, of the cap as well. Okay, so the part where I'm using the name, I'll still go ahead and just top stitch it like I did for the other parts, right? I'll top stitch this, and when I'm done, I'm just going to proceed with joining it to. Remember, for each side that we get to join, we're going to ensure that we use the bias to top stitch, right? So that it looks neat. We're going to ensure that we use bias to top stitch, or use your fabric to stop stitch so that the inside also looks neat, just like the outside. But like I said, I prefer to sew from outside so that I see exactly where my lines, where my sewing is going through, and it's not looking haphazard. I'll continue with, joining the other parts, right? I have sewn the black denim. I actually intended to also sew the black denim on this other part, but I thought about it. Why not just make it still look different? So I went on to see use the white part like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew this together, right? Then sew the other part together and join it. And what's it called? The cap itself will be ready. The last part is for me to join this cap to the front frame, right? The front frame that we earlier sewed. Okay, when I'm done joining everything and ensuring that I've closed everything up with the bias, ensuring that everything looks neat, I'm going to be adding this back, the base bias. I'm going to be adding it back to the cap. So I'm going to start from here. I'm going to sew this down, and then I'm going to turn it over to the other side to sew. But I won't sew to the end. I will just sew and stop at that very first one that the last one I just added now, right? I will just stop there. There's a reason for that. Then I'll do the same thing for the other side, right? I'll do the same thing for the other side. And I'm going to add the strip, what we're using to tighten and fasten the cap to our head. I'm going to be adding it on the other side of the cap. Now it's time for us to attach the frame to the main cap. But this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start by attaching the bias, this both base bias, guys. We're going to start with attaching it to with the frame, right? We're going to be using our pins to hold them down together like this. Then we'll go ahead and sew it. When I'm just watch what I'm doing, it's very easy. You won't be confused. So we are joining the frame to the bias first. Next, I'll go on to attach the clip that I will use to fasten this. I removed it earlier when I was actually loosening the cap. I'll go ahead and fix that back. All right, so gotten to the final part of this cap. What you need to do now is to top stitch that top part to the frame, right? So you're going to use your need your pins to hold it down so that it stays in place and just top stitch it back into place. That's all, ensuring that you don't over top stitch, like you don't overlap it on the frame. It's on the frame, it might be difficult to sew, but you ensure that that's the when you cut and then you rejoined, right? There was this particular part where we joined that is not on the frame. We're going to go ahead and just stop stitch this front part to the cap. When you are done, you go ahead and now sew everything properly, ensuring that the down base bias is properly covering everything and nothing is showing. And like I said, this is easy peasy. We're done. This is our baseball hat. Now, when you're done sewing, you know about that small cover that we removed in the beginning, we're going to be replacing it. And how do we do this? I'm not sewing it. I'm not going to be using any clip to join it. I'll just use my hot glue to, place that back there. It helps this part looks neat, right? It helps you to cover up any part that is, open or anything at the top there. Just go ahead and cover it, and that's it. I'm hoping you get to try this. When you do, please leave a comment for me. Tell me if this was easy for you, or if you still found it confusing, or if you need um another tutorial to explain anything. You can always leave that in the comment section, and I'm going to be responding to you, right? So this is what it looks like on me. I'm hoping you can get yours done without any hassle. All right, I'm hoping to see you again in my next tutorial. If you enjoyed watching this one, please leave a comment, give a thumbs up for me, ask me anything, and also subscribe. Yes, hit the subscribe button, engage on this video. Tell me in the comment section what other video would you want me to record. For now, do have a blessed day. Bye.